welcome to my short message. My name's Henry Smith from my21kformula.com. That's my21kformula.com. I want to talk to you today about Top Producer. It's a great training course that's just been released, and really the benefits of it. Okay, now I've been in this industry quite a long time. I would say, I don't know, since the late 90s, and I've been in the industry through different phases of the industry. Okay, there are three kinds of people in the industry right now, and I've watched the industry grow, evolve, and change, and a lot of new innovations come in, and some good, some not so good. Now, first of all, I want to thank you for subscribing to my list. So if you're on my list, you probably saw a capture page, you filled it in, you wanted more information about how to recruit more people, maybe 10 customers a day, leads a day, recruits a day, distributors a day, affiliate customers a day, 10 sales a day, whatever you're looking to do, it can absolutely be done. But you see, there's a smart way to do it, and then there's a difficult way to do it. Okay, and what I found, like I said, the industry has changed a lot over the last decade, and it's changed so much. The problem is a lot of people are still using old, outdated methods. Okay, now it's not that some methods that don't work, they may say they don't work, but maybe they don't work as effectively anymore because things have changed. In the old days, we used to actually visit people's houses and sit down with them and do a one-on-one, face-to-face presentation. We did that for a number of years, and I got some success, but it was very hard to do, and it's also very hard to duplicate. You get people in your team trying to ask them to do that, and they wouldn't do it, because to go to someone's house and and have the courage to go to someone's house and do a presentation, it takes maybe 1 in 100 to do that. So you're not going to get good duplication, but people still built successful businesses. I'm going to keep an eye on the time here because it's meant to be a short video. But the second, we evolved after a while to send in information through the post. So an information pack, those days we were talking about VHS videos and information booklets through the mail, posting them through the mail, and that really opened up a different way of building the business, because then you didn't have to drive all around the country to show someone a presentation. But that was still tedious. It was expensive in terms of postage costs, and the information packs you had to buy. You had to buy, some of them are like £5, £10, £20 or $20 each. You have to buy a whole lot of them, because you have to send them out, and you couldn't wait for them to be returned to you before you sent out new ones to other people, else you'd be behind. So if someone else wanted some, you couldn't say, oh, I've got to wait until the information. So you need to have a stock of them. Okay, and that method worked, and it evolved. It was very bulky at first, because we're talking about VHS videos and booklets. So you had a big fat package you were sending out. Then obviously CDs came into and CDs and DVDs came in, so it got a lot thinner and it's cheaper. But still, and that worked. But you had to follow up over the telephone. You see, you had to actually send them the information, then talk to them through the phone, try and close them over the phone to get them into your business. So you would have to make, lots of phone calls, 400 phone calls a month, 100 phone calls a week. If you really want to build your business, you need to generate like 100 leads a week. So that's 100 phone calls a week, and you're going to have to call some of them twice and 3 times and so on. So you're going to be basically 150 calls a week. Some people work 30 leads a day, 150 calls a week, even 200 calls a week, just 800 calls a month. So you had to be you were glued to the phone morning. You kind of preach that, oh, this is a business, you can do this business part-time, 10 hours a week. That's a lot of rubbish. That never happened. You're basically on the phone 20, 30, 40 hours a week prospecting. Try and get people into your business. Have they looked at the DVD? Have they watched the video? Try and close them, answer the objection, all that rubbish, and you get 90%, 95% will say no. So you've got all that 95% of failure, rejection, waste, and frustration. And again, you spent a lot of money sending these packages through the mail, and so it was a horrible way to build a business. Okay, it worked. It was it was effective, and people still do it today. Even the old method of driving to people's places, or you spend a lot of time in your car traveling. Okay, from different towns, especially if people were 2, 3, 4 hours away, that would be a hell of a drive. So you'd be 2 hours there and 2 hours back commuting, basically, on top of a full-time job, and people still did that, and people became millionaires doing that. Okay, so it did work, you understand, and the other method, sending information for the post, worked as well, but it was tedious. It was a pain in the behind, a pain in the ass, I would say. Okay, it was a pain to implement and to get your team to implement. You see what I mean? Until recently, new strategies have come in where you can get 10 times the result with none of the rejection, none of the hassle, none of the tediousness, none of sending information through the mail, or not so much sending information through the mail, but none of the being glued to the phone, making 20, 30 phone calls, 50 phone calls a day, 5, 6 days, 7 days a week. Being on the phone, making hundreds of phone calls a week, hundreds of phone calls a month, depending on how fast you're building your business. In the old days, it was you had no choice. If you want to be a top producer in your business, produce, a top performer, top producer, you had to be willing to be on the phone. Top producers put the work in. Okay, they put the work in, they put the effort in, and if you want to be like that, great. But recently there has, again, this, like with everything, mobile phones, communication, TVs, computers, things change. Do you see what I mean? So in the old days we had desktops, now we've got laptops, and we've got tablets, and we can even do things on our phone. Things change. So has things in this industry changed. Okay, so now you can actually prospect, sorry, what am I saying? Prospect, it's a terrible word. I just checked my computer. Prospect without being on the phone. Get people in without being on the phone, all on autopilot without being on the phone. No rejection, no being glued to the phone for 6, 8 hours a day, or 4 hours a day or 5 hours a day. None of that. While you're at the beach or shopping or in the cinema or whatever you want to do, traveling, be recruiting people. And not only, in the old days, a top producer would be somebody, a slacker would maybe sponsor or recruit one person a month. That's a really poor result. One person a month. 2 people a month would be reasonable. That's considered steady average. 2 people a month. Can you imagine that? It's 24 people a year. And real top producers can produce like 8, 10 people a month. Well, in this system, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're talking about recruiting 8 people a day. Okay, forget about a month. In this system, in our organization, with our system, our training, if you're recruiting 2 people a month or 8 people a month, it's very, very poor. It's really poor. And if you think about it, using the old strategies, it's unheard of. You couldn't even imagine recruiting, minimum really 2 people a day, 2 a day, 1 or 2 a day, but 2 a day on average. You can recruit 2 a day, 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 without prospecting on the phone, no rejection, no whatever. We don't talk to prospects. We talk to our customers, but not the prospects. Okay, so I don't know. We'll just have a drink of water here. You got an opportunity to get in on this training, and so if you've not accessed or registered for it or got access to it, get access to it. Okay, you really want to learn how to take things to the next level using cutting-edge strategies from a master, and that master himself, he's been through doing that as well. He's done the home meetings, he's done the telephone work, and he's evolved, you know, a very smart way of building a business, which, to be honest with you, I had a little trouble with in the beginning. I couldn't fathom, how could you do this? How could you do this without using the phone? But I can see how it works now. And so basically what I wanted you to do is get access to the training. You know, things have changed. It doesn't have to be that way anymore. You know, a lot of the great leaders, the legends and the pioneers of this industry, they built the business the hard way. They had no choice back then. They had no choice, basically, because they didn't know any different. And they had to go according to the technology of their time. Things have changed. Technology has changed. Okay, so now the interesting thing is a lot of them, you know, it's human nature. Some old dinosaurs tend to resist change. So they might be thinking, oh, well, this is the way it is and this is the way it always has to be. Well, don't fall for that trap. Don't you get yourself locked into that trap, okay? So if you haven't registered for or got yourself onto the top producer training, do it now. Get yourself into the top producer, get the knowledge, get the know-how, get the skills, and start turbocharging your business with ease, okay? It doesn't have to be hard and difficult and facing no's and rejections. You don't have to do it that way anymore. And like I said, it's not that that way doesn't work. It does work, but it's painful. It's just, I just can't bring myself to go back to that. I got really good at using the phone to prospect. I sponsor 5 people a day. I've had days of that when I've sponsored 5 people a day using the phone. Now, I was on the phone for many hours, and you know, sometimes I sponsor 1 person a day, you know. But again, I had to be on the phone for many hours. Okay, with this strategy, you don't have to be on the phone at all. Imagine that. Okay, so as I said, my name's Henry Smith. You're going to get some more videos from me talking about this, and so look out for it. What I want you to do right now is, if there's a button or a link below this video, click on it, get yourself into the top producer training, and start learning the new strategies of today. Okay, the latest strategies of today, because well, time's ticking, time's going. None of us are getting any younger, so why do it the hard way? And this can be applied to any business. It doesn't matter what your business is. Okay, so click on the link below, if there is a link below. I believe it is on the side. It may be a banner on the side. I'm not sure, but click on the link below and get access to, take the next step, get into the top producer training right now. And I'll see you on the inside. Okay, look forward to sharing more with you. Okay, so look out for more videos from me, Henry Smith, signing off. My website's my21kformula.com. You probably came in through my21kformula.com/top-producer. You probably came in through that way, just in case you're wondering. But anyway, we'll see you soon. Look out for more emails from me, okay? I'm going to break down, go into some of the top producer, what's actually covered in it in the next video. So look out for that, and I shall speak to you guys soon. Thanks for subscribing. Get yourself in there right now. Start getting the knowledge, okay? I'll talk to you very soon. Let me stop this. Yeah, it's been long enough.